All right, I think it's working now. I'm just waiting for Mr. Suarez. All right, I think everybody is present, and I don't think I have anybody muted. Everybody's unmuted.
Yes, sir.
All right, the court is calling cause number. Let's see here. This is cause number 2020 DCM 4865. This is a hearing on the petition to establish parent-child relationship. And there appears to be one minor child before the court. Parties in this case are Martin Suarez and Maria Montes Morlet, who are present before me on the Zoom application. And the reason that we're doing Zoom hearings is because of the current pandemic crisis that's going on. We're allowed to conduct hearings remotely, and we're doing so on this Zoom application. And further, in order to comply with Texas rules that we have to keep our courts open to the public, this matter is being live streamed on the YouTube channel. However, as soon as the hearing is concluded, the YouTube live stream will be taken off the YouTube channel. I am recording the evidence on the computer-generated recording system, and that is the official record of this proceeding. Parties are not permitted to record any portion of this hearing here today. This matter, as indicated, is being live streamed and recorded. My name is Antonio Rodriguez. I am the Associate Judge for the Title 40 Court here in El Paso, Texas. I'll ask parties to conduct themselves as if they were in court, because you are in court before me, and this is a hearing that is being held on the record. Sometimes we may have audio problems or technical problems. Anytime you're dealing with computers, something may happen. Somebody may get taken off the live stream or taken off the system. And that should happen. I'll ask parties to just sign back in, and I'll let you back into the session. Please do not talk over each other. Only one person talking at one time, because the recording system may not record the testimony, and I want to have a complete record of all the proceedings here today. Those are general rules that apply in every case, so it's not unique to your case. And so with that, I understand parties have met with the Assistant Attorney General, and no agreement have been made in this matter. So at this time, I'll ask the Attorney General to make an announcement on this case. Ms. Kaplan?
Lindsay Kaplan for the state, Your Honor, ready to proceed at this time.
Okay. And Mr. Suarez, you ready to proceed today, sir?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Montes, you ready to proceed today?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll ask both of you, please raise your right hand so I can swear you in. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, both parties answered in the affirmative. You can lower your hands now. All right, Ms. Kaplan, go ahead.
Thank you. The state calls Ms. Montes as a witness.
Okay.
Ma'am, what is your name?
My name is Maria Montes Morlet.
And who are you the mother of?
Abria Rosalie Gonzalez.
And who does she live with?
With me, with the mom.
And how long has she lived with you?
Since she's been born.
And how old is she?
She's gonna be 7 months on the 15th.
And do you live in El Paso, Texas?
Yes, I live in El Paso, Texas.
And how long have you lived in El Paso, Texas?
I moved back over here February of 2020.
And who is your daughter's father?
Martin Suarez.
And how do you know this?
We did a DNA test through a lab.
And who makes the major decisions for Aubrielle?
I do.
Has Mr. Suarez ever participated in major decision-making?
He's only gone to like one doctor visit for the baby, and that's pretty much it. I mean, he pierced her ears.
And have you ever given him an opportunity to participate in major decision-making regarding Aubrielle?
Yes, I've given him the chance, but it was up to him on the decisions he made to be present or not.
So you inform him of her doctor's appointments?
Yes, I informed him the doctor's appointments, where it's gonna be at the time. After maternity leave, I went back to work and I reached out to him to help me with the babysitter situation. And I used to work at home, so I would just watch her here while I worked at home, and my mom would help me out. But I recently changed jobs, so I had to put her in daycare. And I've reached out to him and I let him know how much it cost. And he's only helped me out with one payment of the daycare, and that's it. I told him we could come to an agreement. I pay 1 week and he pays another week, but I text him and he never texts me back. So we really don't have communication.
So for that reason, you feel that it's in your daughter's best interest for you to make all the major decisions?
I mean, I've been making them already myself. So yeah.
And how often does Mr. Suarez visit?
Whenever he asked for the baby, the last time he was gonna get her was January 22nd, but there was an incident with his girlfriend that I didn't let him take the baby. So he hasn't seen her since then. And before that, he got her for a week for Christmas. So that's it.
What concerns do you have about visitation?
Well, that week I let him keep her for Christmas. When my mom went and picked her up, she had a very bad diaper rash. So he had her for a week. I don't know what went on or what for the baby to have that really bad diaper rash. And when the baby was smaller, I let him borrow her. I let him, see her, and he went and pierced her ears without my consent. I know he's a dad, but I guess right now I'm the one who has the full custody of her. So I don't think it was right for him to go pierce her ears without consulting me about it before doing that decision.
And how old was she when he pierced her ears?
I want to say she was around 3 or 4 months. And with that incident, when that happened, I got very upset. So I didn't let him see her for about 2 months. And we've been waiting for court since September. But I got over it and I did let him see her again. But then, it just causes problems. So I just been waiting for court.
And what concerns do you have regarding Mr. Suarez?
I'm not present when he has a baby, so I don't know how he is with her. I don't know if he really pays attention to her. With the diaper rash incident, I took her to the doctor. I thought it was something more, but the doctor said no, it was just a diaper rash. But they did say they left the baby with a dirty diaper for a while for her to get that bad of a diaper rash. So I don't know if he pays attention to her as he should, or changes her diaper often, because the baby cries when she has a dirty diaper. She cries, like, she lets you know.
Ma'am,
Yes.
are you still there?
Yes,
Go
I'm
ahead,
here.
Ms. Kaplan. She just
Oh,
question.
can you hear me?
Go ahead, Ms. Kaplan. Question?
I think her thing froze.
Do you have any
Oh,
safety concerns regarding Mr. Suarez or any member of his household?
I do. The incident on January 22nd where we met up, he was gonna keep the baby for the weekend because I had to work Saturday and the daycares are closed. He already had the baby in the car and the girlfriend came out of the car confronting me, asking her to hit her, which I mean, I don't see that right. And I have text messages where she's asking for my address and she threatened me with my legal status to be in the United States and my career. So I don't feel safe having my daughter near his girlfriend if she, is aggressive towards me. I don't know if I let him take her. I don't know, the girlfriend's gonna be mean to my daughter, yell to my daughter. I don't know. I mean, I don't feel, after that incident, I don't feel safe having him take my daughter and having that woman around her.
And if the court were to order supervised visits, who would you like to supervise the visits?
I mean, I can supervise him, but if Mr. Suarez isn't comfortable with me being around him, then I have my mother who is willing to do the supervised visits at a public place or, however it goes upon.
And what public place would you like to exchange your daughter for visitation?
I mean, we've been meeting up at the parking lot of Hooters. That's where I give him the baby.
And that's the one near Cielo Vista?
Yeah, in Cielo Vista Mall.
And do you know if Mr. Suarez is working?
I assume he works. I mean, he sells food plates, so I don't know if he has a full-time job or not. I don't know. I really don't talk to him. I don't know much about his life.
Do you know if he has other children?
No, that I know of. No, Abriel's the only one that I know of that he has.
And what would you like Abriel's last name to be?
I mean, if he wants to put his last name on her, I'm okay with that. But I'm not gonna pay to change the last name. He can do it. I'm okay if he wants her to have his last name, but it's up to him. I mean, he's a dad, so.
And what type of health insurance do you have for your daughter?
The baby has, the insurance the state gives you Medicaid. She has Medicaid and then she has the dental, United Healthcare dental.
Is the dental through your employer?
No, none of it is through my employer. I don't have insurance through my job yet because I just started. So I applied for it when I gave birth. I think it's the one the state offers, the insurance for the kids.
Okay, and would you like the ability to live anywhere with Abriel?
Yes, if my job doesn't go well or anything happens because of COVID, I'm planning to relocate either to Odessa or San Antonio. But I've been waiting for this court to see what agreement we come upon. I didn't want to just get up and leave.
And why are you planning to move to San Antonio or Odessa?
Better job opportunities, as you know, Mr. Suarez doesn't really help me out financially, so it's all the weight on me. And Odessa and San Antonio have better paying jobs and more job opportunities for me in the healthcare, my career.
And you believe that that move would be in the best interest of Abriel?
If I'm better financially, yes, it will be better for her. But I mean, if I was to move, I would drive halfway and meet Mr. Suarez to give him the baby, or, when the time comes.
And due to the incident that you described with Mr. Suarez's girlfriend, do you feel that it's in your best interest and the child's best interest that your address and other personal information not be disclosed in a court order?
Yes, that's why I had signed the waiver of privacy, because I don't want them to know where I live. And, all these problems that have been happening, led to that. That's why I didn't want them to know where I live, because it's just problems and I don't feel safe having them know where I live. I mean, this is where me and my daughter sleep, this is our home.
No further questions for this witness. Pause the witness.
Right, just a few follow-up with Ms. Montes. Ms. Montes, what is the name of the girlfriend?
I'm sorry, you cut off. What was that?
The name of the girlfriend that you have a complaint with?
Oh, her name. I don't know her full name. I know it's like Maria Mia or something like that. I don't really know her.
Okay. And as of this moment today, right now, do you have any plans to move out of El Paso, either because of education or employment?
As of today, right now, no, I'm stable with work. But if anything was to happen, I will probably be moving maybe in a year or two. Once Rosalie Abrial is a little bigger to go to school, I'll probably be moving.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Go ahead, Ms. Kaplan.
Thank you. The state calls Mr. Suarez as a witness.
All right, go ahead.
Sir, you heard the testimony of Ms. Montes. Who are you the father of?
The father of Rosalie.
And for the record, what is your full legal name, sir?
Martin Suarez.
And do you have any other children?
No, ma'am.
And do you live in El Paso, Texas?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have plans to move for work or educational purposes?
No, not at the moment.
And would you like to participate in major decision-making regarding Abriel?
Yes, ma'am.
And why is that in Abriel's best interest?
Because I'm the father and I would like to be involved in all her life and all major decisions.
And you heard the testimony of Ms. Montes that she had given you the information for you to appear at the doctor's appointments in the past. Why did you not pursue those opportunities to appear at the doctor's appointments?
I didn't find out my Abriel was mine until maybe a month or two after she was born. I was not informed that that was my baby until we went to go do the DNA test. After that, she did advise me of 2 visits for the doctor, and I went to the first one. The second one, she gave me the wrong information to go see the baby at the doctor. So when I went, nobody was there. I had to go in myself to try to see what was going on. But other than that, I haven't had a lot of communication with her because she always threatens me as far as not letting me see my baby if I say or do anything that she doesn't like. So I was just hoping court will be sooner. So I was like waiting for court to come to any legal matters so that way it could be all set the way it should be. So I was just trying to avoid anything that she could use as far as using my baby against not letting me see her. But I did go to one of the doctor's appointments.
And has Ms. Montes denied you visitation in the past?
Yes, pretty much every time that I'm going to see her, I get threatened that I'm not going to see her, that I'm not going to be part of her life, that she already has a stepdad, that this, I mean, yes, most of the time, there's something that she uses the baby against me.
And are you aware that your daughter had a diaper rash after visiting you for a week during Christmas?
To be honest, she did not have a diaper rash. I was super excited. My family was excited that we had her for Christmas. After, I was only supposed to have her for 1 day or 2 before Christmas. And Maria, she I was calling her, texting her. She was saying, when my mom's over there in Juarez, I left out of town. She didn't advise me she was going to leave out of town, that she was going to leave her with me for a whole week, which is fine with me to keep her for a whole week. So she just left out of town with like notifying nobody about it until I had texted her and called her the day I was supposed to meet up to give Rosalie back, and she said that she was gonna be out of town for the whole week, which is fine. It's my baby. I'll keep her. but she was gone. And no, the baby did not have diaper rash. She was well taken care of. My mother was also there to assist me with the baby, and no, she did not have a diaper rash.
So you're disputing the fact that your daughter had a diaper rash after spending the week with you?
Yes, she didn't have a diaper rash, and if she did, I mean, it's what happens with diapers. They might get a little rash, but I am disputing that she had. She said it was a major diaper rash, and that is not correct. That's not true. I know well because I took her back and I changed her and everything, and I did not see anything out of the normal.
So if Miss Montes were to present pictures of that incident after visiting you, those pictures would not be accurate. Is that your testimony to this court?
Well, what I'm saying is that as far as what I saw when I changed my daughter before giving her a tour after the week, I didn't see no rash myself. I did not see no rash. And if she, like I say, if she did have a diaper rash, I always usually when I change her, I always put A&D Vaseline on her, just to avoid any of those rashes.
And do you have any safety concerns about visitation or visitation exchanges with Miss Montes?
Yes, I do. Actually, I had filed a police report on her last year. My car was vandalized. All my tires were popped. My windows were, all the car was keyed. There was rocks thrown to my car. I have neighbors in the apartments where that incident happened, where have pictures of Fernanda's mom's truck, surrounding the area. So I had to file a police report, but they weren't able to do nothing because they said that they didn't have any video evidence. And that is a concern. That's why I would like to meet up at a public. That's why I've been asking to meet up at a public place, because I feel that was, a threat to me.
And what public place do you feel comfortable exchanging the child for visits?
It could be anywhere. Where we were doing it's fine, or Walmart.
Which Walmart?
The Cielo Vista.
And if the court were to order supervised visits, who would you feel comfortable supervising those visits?
My mother.
And do you know who Maria Mia is?
Yes, she is my ex-girlfriend.
Does she have any contact with your daughter when your daughter visits you?
No, only that one time that we're gonna pick her up. But I'm not with her anymore.
And when would you be available to visit with Abrielle?
This weekend, I'm off Fridays and Saturdays. I would love to see my daughter. I haven't seen her in a while. She's been taken away from me so many, most of her baby months, and I would love to spend time with her and be with my daughter as soon as possible, as soon as this weekend.
What window of time would you prefer?
What time? During the day?
During the day on Fridays and Saturdays?
Yes, that's completely fine. I'm off Fridays and Saturdays.
And are you working, sir?
Yes, I'm working. I am a government employee. I work for a company where we take care of minors.
And how much do you earn at your job, sir?
I earn about $2,400 monthly.
And is that after taxes?
That would be, yes, before taxes. No. Yes, before taxes.
How much do you earn an hour?
Right now it's at $13.83.
And do you work a 40-hour work week?
Correct.
And do you have other children?
No, ma'am.
And do you have the option to add Aubrielle to your health insurance through your employer?
I believe so. I was actually trying to contact United Healthcare, which is the insurance that they provide for me at work. But they have an estimated wait time of 20 to 25 minutes. But I should have an option to add a child to my healthcare.
Do you know how much it would cost to add Aubrielle to your health insurance?
No, ma'am, I don't. That's the reason that I was calling them right now.
Do you ever get overtime or bonuses at your place of employment?
No bonuses. As far as overtime, we don't ever get overtime. We just get a like what's called holiday pay for Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that.
And how much do you receive in holiday pay?
Just the 8 hours. We don't get time and a half. We just get paid 8 hours for that day.
So due to the situation that you described with your car, do you feel that it's in your best interest and your daughter's best interest for your address and other information not to be disclosed?
Definitely.
And what would you like your daughter's last name to be?
Suarez, my last name.
And why is that in your daughter's best interest?
I am the father, and I believe that's the right thing, that my daughter should carry my last name.
And you have no plans to leave El Paso, correct, for work or educational purposes?
Not at the moment. No, ma'am.
No further questions for this witness. Pass the witness.
Any other questions for either party?
No other questions for either party at this time, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. What I'm hearing is that there's no reason for your former girlfriend to be around when you have visitation with your daughter, right?
I'm sorry, what was that again?
There's no reason for your ex-girlfriend to be around visitation when you visit with your daughter,
Correct.
okay? And you're proposing that any visitation be supervised by your mom?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Um, and you propose a visitation to be every Friday and Saturday?
Those are my days off. Those will be the best days. I'm
Or
also off
what time do you propose?
anytime during the day on those days.
Well, anytime. I mean, I don't want her to be going over there 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, give me a reasonable time. About
Let's go ahead and do from noon and on.
noon Friday and return her what time on Saturday?
In the evening around 6.
All right, thank you, sir. Ms. Montes, let me ask you, why is Gabriel's last name Gonzalez?
Because I thought she was my boyfriend's daughter. I've been with him for 4 years. And when, Aubrielle was conceived, me and Mr. Suarez only seen each other one night that month. So, from 4 years to one night, I thought the 4 years had made the magic, but the one night made it. And that's why I put his last name, Gonzalez.
All right. So you have no issue changing her last name to either Gonzalez Suarez or Suarez Gonzalez or Suarez Montes, right? Or you just want, is it okay with Suarez being her last name only?
I would like to put Suarez Montes to carry on my dad's last name, and he rest in peace. But I mean, I'm okay with Aubriel having Mr. Suarez's last name, as long as he's present in her life,
Okay, all right. You proposed, what do you feel about the visitation that Mr. Suarez is proposing?
I work Monday through Friday. My hours vary from 7 to 4 or 7:30 to 4:30. And I sometimes work on Saturdays. So the time he wants her, he'll have to wait till I'm out of work. But my schedule does change. One week I'm working 7 to 4. The next week I work 7:30 to 4:30. Some Saturdays I'm off, some Saturdays I work. It's not set yet. I work at UMC, so the schedule changes.
All right.
And if you want
Hold on
to,
a second, Mr. Suarez, I'm not asking you any questions here.
okay, apologize.
And are you okay with his mom visiting, supervising the visitation?
I mean, I'm comfortable with me supervising the visitor, my mother, to make sure the baby's safe. I don't see a
Well, are
need
you going to
for,
be there from Friday at noon to Saturday at 6 o'clock?
I mean, because I already trusted him with the baby to take her, and I already trusted him and he messed it up. So I don't feel safe
Well, who do you
handing him
propose
my
to
daughter.
supervise? Who do you propose to supervise the visitation?
Well, I mean, I was thinking having supervised visits where we meet up at a public place and I'm there and he can see her for like 2-3 hours, till the situation gets better. Cause I don't feel safe handing her my daughter with the whole incident that happened with the girlfriend, and they live together. So I mean, the girlfriend's gonna be around, and I don't feel safe. Like, what if she does something to my daughter? Like, I don't
Okay,
feel
ma'am,
comfortable.
okay. You just heard him say that he's no longer with his girlfriend.
Oh, I mean, I guess they broke up already. I don't know. I don't keep up with his life. Last time I
So
seen
you didn't
them,
hear,
January 22nd, this incident happened and they were together, So I don't know. I don't even talk to him. We don't even talk.
I understand that.
But if he says they're broken up, I mean, I guess they're broken up already. I just don't feel safe having my daughter or myself around that female. If he wants to keep her on the weekends, he can get her when I get out of work, or I would have to add him in the paperwork for the daycare for her to go pick her up there if he'd like to, because I work and the baby goes to daycare.
What are your hours on Friday?
My schedule changes. It's either 7 to 4 or 7:30 to 4:30, but the baby's at daycare. The daycare is open from 6 to 6:30, so he can pick her up before anytime
Well,
6:30.
he's proposing Friday at noon. You think that's a problem?
I work. I'm not gonna leave work to meet him up to give him the baby. I mean, I'm not gonna leave my job. If he can wait, he can either get her in the morning or pick her up from daycare, however he wants to do it, or wait till I get out of work.
Well, I'm asking you what you propose as far as visitation, what days?
You can have her Friday and Saturdays, but on Fridays he'll have to wait till I'm out of work to pick her up.
Or either before you go to work?
Or before I go to work. I mean, is he gonna be up by 6 in the morning?
I don't know. Mr. Suarez, are you going to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning to pick her up?
If that's what it takes to see my daughter, of course.
And then you return her on Saturday at 6 p.m.?
That's correct. Or also what I could do is, that's what she said, is she could add me to the daycare and I could go pick her up at daycare myself. So that way she doesn't have to go out of her way.
But I mean, if I add you to the daycare, you're gonna start helping pay for it? Because I mean,
Mr. Suarez,
Yes,
or you
sir.
live with somebody else?
I'm sorry.
What happens when you're talking at the same time? Trying to find out where you live at
Right now, I'm staying with my parents.
with your parents.
Yes, sir. And I'm currently submitting applications for to get my own apartment.
Okay, but for right now, you're with your parents.
Correct.
Do you know where Ms. Montes lives?
No, sir, I don't. I just know she stays on the east side of town, but not. I
Okay.
don't know.
Ms. Montes, do you know where his parents live?
Yes, I know where his parents live. That's where we would hang out when we would
Okay, thank you. All right. Any other questions, Ms. Kaplan, for either party?
The state has no other questions for either party at this time.
All right, this is a court order concerning the conservatorship. I'm going to appoint both parties joint managing conservators of the child. Child's last name will be changed to, okay. I don't think, was there a preference as to the last name? Suarez Montes, Montes Suarez, Ms. Montes?
I mean, we can put Suarez Montes. I'm okay with that.
Suarez Montes, Mr. Suarez, are you okay with that?
To be honest, sir, Your Honor, I would like for it to be just Suarez. But if
All right, it's gonna be Suarez Montes. All right. Visitation will be, okay, joint managing conservatorship. Ms. Montes to have the primary possession. I'll grant a non-disclosure, mutual non-disclosure. So the orders will not have either party's address on the order itself. Okay. Visitation will be every Friday, 6 a.m. to Saturday, to be supervised by Mr. Suarez's mom, her mother.
Your Honor,
I'm sorry?
you were breaking up. I did not hear. I just heard the Friday. You were breaking up from the.
Friday, 6 in the morning to Saturday, 6 p.m.
Okay.
And I don't want that girlfriend anywhere near that visitation.
Okay.
If she is present during the visitation, then that visitation is suspended.
Okay.
There will be geographical restriction to El Paso County, Texas. Let me see here. All right, child support obligations. What is the state's recommendation, Ms. Kaplan?
Your Honor, based on the testimony of $13.83 an hour and a 40-hour work week, the state has calculated guideline child support to be $399 rounded to the nearest dollar. This is based on a gross monthly income of $23.97.20. This is giving credit for a $75 cash medical to reimburse for government insurance. And the state is requesting a back child support judgment in the amount of $1,823 to be repaid at $50 a month. All obligations commencing March 1st, 2021, with the retroactive judgment being taken from the birth of the child, July 15th, 2020, until today, February 9th, 2021.
Okay. All right, child support will be set at $399 a month, commencing March 1st. Medical support, $75 as long as the child is covered on health insurance through the government, either CHIP or Medicaid. We'll grant back child support, what we call retroactive support, $1,823. I'm going to set that payment on that judgment at $25 a month, also commencing on March 1st. Right, Ms. Kaplan, anything else that we need to address?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor. Is there to be a hyphen between Suarez and Montes, or no hyphen?
I don't know. Let's put a hyphen in there. Okay, anything else?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
All right. Any questions, Mr. Suarez, as to the court's order?
Yes, sir. So we had stated it's going to start March 1st, and it's going to be the
Yes.
$399 plus the $75 for the healthcare, and then plus $25 for the back pay, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that will start March the 1st. Will that be taken out of my check automatically?
They'll send a withholding order to your employer so they can deduct it off your pay. If you don't see it being deducted, then you need to make the payment yourself. And
Okay,
pay
sounds
the
good.
court. And pay it through the court and not give Ms. Montes any money directly to child support, because it will not be credited as child support. Okay, so anything you want considered child support has to go through the state disbursement unit.
Sounds good, sir.
Okay, Ms. Montes, any questions?
For the insurance, do I have to cancel it and Martin's gonna get insurance through his job, or do I keep the insurance she already has?
For the time being, keep it as it is. You know, I issue an order based on what is currently being provided for health insurance.
Okay.
If Mr. Suarez can find out about whether or not he can cover the child on his health insurance, and depending on how much it would cost him, he can do that, and that would require this order to be modified at some point later on.
Okay.
Order as it is right now, the health insurance right now.
Okay, got it. And then, so it's set every Friday and Saturday, 6 a.m. Friday to drop her off with the dad, and then pick her up 6 p.m. Saturday, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Ms. Kaplan, as far as the submission of the order?
May I pull the parties? Also, Your Honor, where are the visitation exchanges to occur?
Well, he's gonna pick her up at the daycare.
Oh, the daycare?
Mhm.
Thank you. Ms. Montes, are you okay with me submitting the order without your signature? Or would you like an opportunity to review it first?
The order of what we just talked about, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you can go ahead and just send it out like that.
And
okay with it.
Mr. Suarez, are you okay with me submitting the order directly to the court without you having had an opportunity to review and sign it? Or would you like an opportunity to review and sign off first?
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure before we submit anything. I had already agreed with the amount and all that. So the pickup's gonna be at 6 a.m. at daycare, or are we gonna meet somewhere?
Wherever the child is, if the child's at daycare, then they pick the daycare.
Okay, and if the child is not at daycare, are we gonna meet at a public area, Your Honor?
Why would the child not be at the daycare?
Because the daycares are closed on Saturdays. She only goes to daycare Monday and Friday.
Okay, he picks up at the daycare on Friday. Where you want him to return the child on
We
Saturday?
can keep meeting up at Hooters or Walmart, wherever it's okay.
How about that, Mr. Suarez? Either Hooters or Walmart?
That's fine, as long as it's the, like how she said, the grandmother that's giving me the baby.
Okay, pick up Ms. Montes will pick up the child at the Walmart. It's here in Cielo Vista.
So I go pick her up, or my mom goes and picks her up? I don't understand that part.
Your mom.
Somebody has to pick her up. Who do you want her to be picked up by?
I mean, if I'm in town, I'll pick her up. If not, I'll send my mom how I've been doing it.
Okay, well, you just let Mr. Suarez know who's gonna pick her up. I mean, she's not, right, and it's like 6 o'clock sharp, not 6:30, not 7 o'clock or anything.
Yeah.
You let Mr. Suarez know who's gonna pick her up. All right, Ms. Kaplan, go ahead and prepare the order, send it to me through that DocuSign. Once I receive it, I will sign it, and copies will be mailed to the parties.
Thank you,
You
Your
are,
Honor.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
When does visitation start? Does it start this weekend?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. That concludes the hearing. Parties are excused. Thank you all very